On April 13, 2025, the cosmos will orchestrate a rare and potent celestial phenomenon, a double portal event marked by the convergence of two powerful astrological occurrences: the full moon in Virgo, often called the pink moon, and the conclusion of Venus retrograde just one day prior. This alignment is far more than a fleeting spectacle. It is a profound energetic gateway, offering a unique opportunity for transformation, emotional liberation, and the birth of new beginnings. The pink moon, named not for its hue but for the pink wildflowers blooming in spring, symbolizes renewal, growth, and the awakening of dormant potential. However, its placement in meticulous earthbound Virgo amplifies its significance, grounding its ethereal energy into practical, actionable steps for healing and self-improvement. Virgo, ruled by Mercury, invites introspection, organization, and a focus on health, routines, and purposeful living. Under this lunar influence, we are called to declutter not only our physical spaces, but also our minds and hearts, releasing stagnant patterns and aligning daily habits with our deepest aspirations. Simultaneously, Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and self-worth, stations direct on April 12th, ending a 6-week retrograde period that likely stirred unresolved emotions, relationship dynamics, and questions about personal values. Retrograde phases often act as cosmic pause buttons, urging us to revisit past wounds, reassess priorities, and recalibrate our desires. As Venus resumes forward motion, the fog lifts, bringing clarity to matters of the heart, finances, and creative pursuits. The timing of this shift, mere hours before the Virgo full moon, creates a synergistic double portal effect, a rare window where internal transformation and external alignment collide. This convergence is akin to two doors opening at once, one inward, urging emotional and spiritual release, and one outward, inviting bold steps toward a future shaped by authenticity and intention. The energy of this dual event is both cathartic and empowering. On one hand, Virgo's analytical yet nurturing energy encourages us to confront what no longer serves us, whether toxic relationships, self-sabotaging habits, or outdated beliefs, and release them with compassion. On the other, Venus directed empowers us to rebuild with confidence, whether by setting healthier boundaries, pursuing creative projects, or embracing relationships that reflect our true worth. Together, these forces create a dynamic interplay of closure and creation, making this period ideal for rituals of letting go, intention setting, and strategic planning. Imagine it as a cosmic crossroads. One path leads to the past, inviting final goodbyes, while the other opens to a future brimming with possibility. This double portal is also a call to balance practicality with intuition. Virgo's grounded energy reminds us that lasting change happens incrementally, through small, consistent acts of self-care, organization, and mindful decision-making. Meanwhile, Venus's forward march infuses these efforts with grace, helping us attract opportunities and relationships that align with our healed, higher selves. Whether you're seeking emotional closure, career clarity, or deeper connections, this alignment supports all forms of rebirth. To harness its power, consider journaling, meditating, or performing a ritual under the pink moon's light, symbolically burning old fears, planting seeds of intention, or simply voicing gratitude for the growth ahead. The universe is offering a reset button, but the choice to press it lies with you. Will you step through this portal ready to release, rise, and reclaim your power? The stars say, Now is the time. Sai by the pink full moon in Virgo, rising on April 13th, 2025, is far more than a celestial spectacle. It is a cosmic invitation to rebirth, renewal, and the quiet, profound blossoming of emotional and spiritual potential. Named not for its color, but for the vibrant pink wildflowers, like phlox, that herald spring's arrival in the Northern Hemisphere, this moon symbolizes nature's cyclical promise of regeneration. Its energy mirrors the season's awakening, urging us to shed the dormant layers of winter, both literal and metaphorical, and step into a season of growth. Yet what makes this lunar event uniquely powerful is its alignment with Virgo, the zodiac's meticulous earth sign, which infuses its ethereal energy with grounded practicality. Virgo, ruled by Mercury, is the archetype of the healer, the organizer, and the devoted steward of well-being. Under its influence, this full moon becomes a beacon for holistic transformation, guiding us to heal not through grand gestures but through intentional daily acts of self-care, order, and mindful progress. Virgo's energy is a master of discernment, urging us to declutter our lives on every level. Physically, this might manifest as organizing living spaces, purging unused belongings, or revamping daily routines to reduce chaos. Mentally, it calls for releasing overthinking, perfectionism, and the mental noise that distracts us from clarity. Emotionally, it invites us to confront stagnant patterns, people-pleasing tendencies, unresolved resentments, or habits that drain our energy, and replace them with boundaries that honor our needs. This full moon asks, what weighs you down? What routines no longer serve your highest self? Virgo's methodical nature teaches that healing is not a single dramatic act, but a series of small, deliberate choices. A morning walk to clear the mind, a nourishing meal to honor the body, or a nightly gratitude practice to soothe the soul. It's about trusting that these micro-shifts, when sustained, compound into profound, long-term growth. Health and purpose take center stage under this lunar glow. Virgo's connection to well-being amplifies our awareness of how daily habits, sleep, nutrition, movement, impact our capacity to thrive. This is a time to audit routines. Does your schedule reflect your priorities? Are you investing energy in relationships and projects that align with your values? Virgo's pragmatic energy reminds us that a fulfilling life isn't built overnight, but through consistent, loving attention to the foundations. It's also a call to service, not in the sense of self-sacrifice, but in aligning your gifts with the needs of the world. Whether through creative work, community support, or simply showing up authentically for loved ones, this moon illuminates the joy of contributing meaningfully. Yet Virgo's greatest lesson is the art of trusting the process. In a culture obsessed with instant results, this full moon celebrates incremental progress. It whispers that healing a strained relationship begins with one honest conversation, that a career shift starts with a single step toward retraining, and that self-love grows each time we choose rest over burnout. Even the act of tidying a single drawer or drafting a to-do list becomes a ritual of self-respect, signaling to the universe and ourselves that we are ready to grow. As the pink moon's light illuminates Virgo's meticulous grace, we're reminded that true renewal is both gentle and deliberate. It's not about overhauling your life in a day, but about nurturing the seeds of change with patience. This is the moon to forgive yourself for past stumbles, to release the pressure of perfection, and to embrace progress over flawlessness. By decluttering the unnecessary, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. We create space for the new, healthier relationships, purposeful work, and a deeper connection to our inner wisdom. The pink full moon in Virgo doesn't just invite transformation. It hands us the tools to build it, one grounded, loving choice at a time. Spica, the resplendent brightest star in the constellation Virgo, has long been revered as a celestial beacon of abundance, success, and divine guidance. Its luminous presence in the night sky has inspired cultures across millennia to associate it with the nurturing energy of growth and prosperity, symbolizing the harmonious union of cosmic forces and earthly endeavors. As a guiding light, Spica is believed to infuse those attuned to its energy with a profound sense of purpose, urging them to trust their intuition and embrace clarity in their pursuits. This star's influence is deeply rooted in the idea that the universe conspires to align individual efforts with a greater cosmic plan, offering support to those who courageously follow their inner wisdom. By fostering a connection to Spica's radiant vibrations, one is encouraged to release doubt and lean into the assurance that their path is divinely guided, even when challenges arise. The star's symbolism of abundance extends beyond material wealth, encompassing spiritual fulfillment, intellectual growth, and the cultivation of meaningful relationships. It serves as a reminder that true success is not merely the attainment of external goals, but the alignment of one's actions with authenticity and integrity. Those who resonate with Spica's energy often find themselves drawn to introspection, discovering that clarity emerges not through forceful striving, but through patient receptivity to the subtle whispers of the cosmos. This alignment invites a surrender to the natural flow of life, trusting that obstacles are opportunities for refinement, and that every step forward is met with unseen celestial support. In moments of uncertainty, Spica's light acts as a metaphorical compass, illuminating hidden truths and reinforcing the courage to act on intuitive insights. Its divine guidance is said to manifest as synchronicities, serendipitous encounters, or sudden bursts of inspiration that steer individuals toward their highest potential. Moreover, Spica's association with Virgo, a sign linked to discernment and service, emphasizes the importance of grounding one's ambitions in humility and a desire to contribute positively to the world. By harmonizing personal aspirations with collective well-being, the star's energy amplifies the impact of one's efforts, creating ripples of abundance that extend far beyond the self. Ultimately, Spica invites humanity to recognize their place within the vast cosmic tapestry, where trust in divine timing and faith in one's inner compass become the foundation for a life of purpose, fulfillment, and transcendent success. Easter 2025, observed on April 20th, derives its date from a celestial rhythm deeply rooted in both astronomy and symbolism, as it is traditionally set on the first Sunday following the first full moon after the vernal equinox. This intricate calculation ties the celebration to the cyclical dance of the cosmos, where the full moon, a luminous emblem of completion and illumination, heralds a period of profound transformation. Across cultures and spiritual traditions, the moon's phases have long symbolized the ebb and flow of life's cycles, and Easter's alignment with this lunar event underscores its timeless themes of rebirth, renewal, and spiritual awakening. The vernal equinox, marking the balance between day and night, further amplifies this symbolism as nature itself emerges from winter's dormancy into spring's vibrant resurgence. Together, these celestial markers frame Easter not merely as a religious observance but as a universal invitation to shed stagnation, release outdated patterns, and embrace the fertile potential of new beginnings. While the holiday holds specific significance within Christian theology, commemorating resurrection and hope, its broader resonance transcends doctrinal boundaries, speaking to a shared human yearning for regeneration. The full moon's glow during this time acts as a metaphorical mirror, reflecting the inner light of clarity and purpose, urging individuals to confront shadows of doubt or inertia and step into renewed alignment with their highest selves. This period invites introspection, encouraging people to examine areas of life that crave revitalization, whether relationships, creative pursuits, or personal growth, and to plant seeds of intention that align with their evolving aspirations. The interplay between cosmic timing and earthly celebration also highlights humanity's enduring connection to natural rhythms, reminding us that growth often requires patience, trust, and surrender to forces larger than ourselves. Just as the moon wanes and waxes, Easter's message emphasizes that endings are gateways to rebirth, and challenges are catalysts for resilience. Beyond individual transformation, the holiday's themes extend to collective renewal, calling communities to foster unity, compassion, and ecological stewardship in an era marked by fragmentation and environmental urgency. The universal thread weaving through Easter's tapestry is one of hope, a conviction that light follows darkness, purpose emerges from chaos, and life's inherent cycles offer endless opportunities to begin anew. Whether through ritual, meditation, or quiet reflection, this time invites all, regardless of creed, to honor the sacredness of transition, to celebrate the courage it takes to release the old, and to welcome the unfolding promise of what lies ahead. In this way, Easter 2025 becomes more than a date. It is a cosmic synchronicity, a reminder that renewal is not only possible but encoded into the very fabric of existence, waiting to be claimed by those ready to awaken to its call. The conclusion of Venus retrograde on April 13th, after 6 introspective weeks, marks a pivotal shift from reflection to action as the cosmic fog lifts and clarity illuminates matters of love, finances, and self-worth. This celestial reversal, a period when Venus, the planet governing relationships, beauty, creativity, and values, appears to move backward from Earth's vantage point, has long been associated with a time of re-evaluation. During these weeks, unresolved emotions, financial uncertainties, and questions of self-esteem often surface, urging individuals to confront imbalances, revisit past patterns, and reassess what truly holds meaning in their lives. Like a mirror, held to the soul, the retrograde phase exposes hidden insecurities or unspoken truths in relationships, illuminates spending habits that no longer align with priorities, and challenges perceptions of personal worthiness. Yet this discomfort is not without purpose. It serves as a cosmic catalyst for growth, stripping away illusions to reveal foundations sturdy enough to rebuild upon. As the retrograde ends, the energy shifts from inward analysis to forward momentum, offering a renewed capacity to make empowered choices. Relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or professional, emerge from this phase refined, stripped of superficiality or misalignment, as individuals gain clarity on boundaries, reciprocity, and the courage to release connections that drain rather than nourish. Financially, the retrograde's scrutiny may have exposed impulsive spending, undervalued labor, or misaligned investments, paving the way for budgeting strategies rooted in intentionality and self-respect. Creativity, too, experiences a reawakening, as suppressed passions or stifled projects resurface with invigorated purpose, demanding expression that aligns with one's authentic voice. Central to this transition is the theme of self-worth, as Venus's backward dance forced a reckoning with internalized narratives of scarcity or inadequacy. The clarity now available invites a redefinition of value, one measured not by external validation, but by inner integrity. This post-retrograde period encourages bold steps, renegotiating terms in partnerships, investing in ventures that reflect personal ethics, or pursuing artistic endeavors long deferred. Yet empowerment lies not in haste, but in mindful action, integrating lessons learned during the retrograde's reflective pause. The universe, in its cyclical wisdom, reminds us that endings and beginnings are intertwined. Releasing what no longer serves creates space for opportunities resonant with evolved priorities. Venus, resuming direct motion, amplifies this energy, infusing decisions with grace and discernment. Relationships may deepen through vulnerability, finances stabilize through conscious stewardship, and creative projects blossom with renewed vision. The retrograde's gift is ultimately one of alignment, a recalibration of heart, resources, and purpose that honors both individual growth and interconnectedness. As the veil of uncertainty dissipates, April's forward momentum invites a harmonious blend of courage and compassion, urging humanity to step into choices that reflect not only who they are, but who they aspire to become. In this way, the end of Venus retrograde becomes more than an astrological event. It is an invitation to embody the wisdom of the cosmos, transforming introspection into a lived philosophy of abundance, authenticity, and self-empowered renewal. The convergence of Venus, resuming direct motion, and the luminous peak of a full moon creates a rare celestial portal, unleashing a potent wave of energy that harmonizes internal truths with external realities. This cosmic alignment, where Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and values, emerges from its retrograde shadow just as the full moon illuminates the sky, acts as a catalytic force, dissolving barriers between intention and manifestation. During Venus's 6-week retrograde, themes of relationships, finances, and self-worth underwent intense scrutiny, exposing misalignments and inviting recalibration. Now, as the planet moves forward, its renewed momentum merges with the full moon's clarifying radiance, amplifying desires, and magnifying the courage to pursue them. This synergy is not merely astrological poetry, but a dynamic invitation to bridge introspection with action, urging individuals to step into decisions that reflect their deepest truths. Emotional breakthroughs surge to the surface during this phase, as the moon's light unveils buried fears or unspoken yearnings, while Venus's forward thrust propels these revelations into tangible change. Relationships may pivot toward greater authenticity, with conversations that dissolve lingering tensions or commitments that honor mutual growth. Financially, insights gained during the retrograde, whether about undervalued work or unsustainable spending, crystallize into actionable plans, aligning resources with genuine priorities. Creativity, too, ignites under this double portal, as projects once stifled by doubt or over-analysis find renewed inspiration, demanding expression in bold, unapologetic forms. Synchronicities abound in this heightened energy, as the universe seems to echo inner shifts with external signs. Chance encounters, timely opportunities, or intuitive nudges that guide next steps. These are not random occurrences but cosmic affirmations, signaling that efforts are in rhythm with a greater flow. Yet this portal's potency demands more than passive observation. It calls for audacity. Hesitation, overthinking, or clinging to outdated patterns risks diluting the momentum. Instead, the alignment urges leaps of faith grounded in the clarity forged during retrograde reflection. Whether reigniting a dormant passion, renegotiating a partnership, or investing in a vision that once felt too audacious, the time for half measures has passed. The full moon's luminescence highlights what must be released: habits, relationships, or self-narratives that dim one's light, while Venus direct fuels the confidence to replace them with choices rooted in self-respect and aspiration. On a collective level, this energy fosters collaborations and movements that blend heart-centered purpose with strategic action, challenging systems built on inequality or superficiality. Personal and planetary evolution intertwine here, as individual acts of courage ripple into broader cultural shifts. The portal's magic lies in its fleeting nature, a reminder that cosmic windows of alignment are both sacred and transient. To honor it is to trust that the universe supports those who dare to align their outer lives with their inner convictions. As the moon wanes and Venus strides ahead, the lessons of this convergence remain. Clarity is a gift, synchronicity a guide, and boldness the bridge between dreaming and living. In embracing this duality of cosmic grace and human agency, the path forward becomes not just visible, but alive with possibility, inviting a future crafted by intention, illuminated by truth, and unafraid of transformation. Grounded Virgo energy, anchored in the earthy pragmatism of its zodiac sign, embodies a meticulous and service-oriented approach to life, weaving structure, health, and intentionality into the fabric of daily existence. As an astrological archetype, Virgo's energy thrives on order, precision, and the quiet mastery of turning chaos into clarity. This energy invites a focus on holistic well-being, physical, mental, and emotional, through practices that prioritize sustainability over quick fixes. Imagine a lifestyle where morning routines are crafted with care, nourishing meals planned to fuel the body, mindfulness exercises to center the mind, and organized task lists that transform overwhelming goals into achievable steps. Virgo's influence is not about rigid control, but about cultivating systems that foster efficiency and resilience. It champions the idea that small, consistent actions, like dedicating 30 minutes daily to learning a new skill or incrementally saving a portion of income, compound into transformative progress over time. This analytical sign excels at breaking down lofty ambitions into manageable components, whether in career advancement, personal finance, or creative projects, ensuring that each effort aligns with a broader vision of purpose. Health, under Virgo's stewardship, becomes a holistic practice. Meal prepping balanced diets, scheduling regular health checkups, and integrating movement into daily life, all while recognizing the interconnectedness of body and mind. Mental clarity is nurtured through journaling or digital detoxes, and emotional well-being is safeguarded by setting boundaries that preserve energy. Yet Virgo's wisdom also cautions against perfectionism, advocating instead for self-compassion. It teaches that progress, not flawlessness, is the goal. A reminder to celebrate incremental gains rather than fixate on unmet ideals. This energy extends beyond the self, echoing Virgo's association with service. grounded routines can ripple into community impact, whether through organizing local initiatives, volunteering with precision, or sharing knowledge to uplift others. Virgo's knack for identifying inefficiencies transforms workplaces and homes alike, optimizing workflows or decluttering spaces to foster productivity and calm. Crucially, Virgo energy balances discipline with adaptability. While it thrives on structure, it also embraces flexibility, understanding that life's unpredictability requires occasional recalibration. Seasonal reflections, assessing what habits serve or hinder, ensure alignment with evolving goals and values. In relationships, this translates to thoughtful communication and acts of care, whether supporting a partner's ambitions or collaboratively managing household tasks. In essence, grounded Virgo energy is a testament to the power of showing up consistently, with intention and humility. It proves that a life of purpose isn't forged through grand gestures, but through the daily choice to tend to one's health, refine routines, and honor the quiet dignity of small, steadfast efforts. By marrying practicality with compassion, this energy becomes a compass for navigating modernity's chaos, offering a path to fulfillment that is both deliberate and deeply human. The harmonious interplay of a luminous full moon and Venus resuming direct motion ignites a celestial gateway for emotional closure and the courageous embrace of new beginnings, merging the cosmic forces of release and renewal into a transformative crescendo. As the full moon bathes the night sky in its silvery glow, it illuminates the shadowed corners of the heart, bringing unresolved emotions, lingering grievances, and dormant regrets to the surface. This radiance is not meant to haunt, but to heal, offering a sacred mirror through which to confront the past with compassion and clarity. Simultaneously, Venus, now moving forward after weeks of retrograde reflection, infuses this moment with revitalized energy, urging action where there was once hesitation and alignment where there was dissonance. Together, these celestial events create a potent alchemy, inviting individuals to sever ties with outdated narratives, forgive old wounds, and consciously close chapters that no longer serve their evolution. The process is neither passive nor painless. It demands honesty in acknowledging how past hurts have shaped present patterns, whether in relationships built on uneven foundations, careers stifled by fear, or self-perceptions clouded by criticism. Yet within this vulnerability lies liberation. Releasing grudges, whether toward others or oneself, dismantles emotional anchors, freeing energy once spent on resentment to instead fuel growth. Forgiveness here is not absolution, but a radical act of self-empowerment, a choice to reclaim agency over one's narrative. This cosmic climate also sparks pivotal shifts in practical realms. Relationships may undergo rebirth as communication flows with newfound transparency, allowing partnerships to evolve beyond past limitations or inspiring the courage to walk away from bonds that hinder mutual flourishing. Careers, too, stand at a threshold. Projects once stalled by self-doubt gain momentum, while stagnant roles may be released to make space for opportunities aligned with authentic purpose. Personal growth accelerates as individuals shed identities tethered to old traumas, embracing instead versions of themselves forged through resilience and self-compassion. The full moon's light reveals the wisdom in endings, how letting go of the familiar, even when painful, creates fertile ground for reinvention. Meanwhile, Venus direct amplifies the courage to act on this clarity, transforming introspection into decisive steps toward fulfillment. Synchronicities abound during this phase as the universe echoes internal shifts with external signs. Serendipitous encounters, sudden insights, or opportunities that feel divinely timed. These are invitations to trust the flow, to lean into the unknown with the assurance that release and rebirth are two sides of the same cosmic coin. Rituals of closure. Writing release letters, meditating under the moon, or symbolically burning old journals can crystallize intentions, while vision boards or goal-setting practices harness Venus's forward momentum to plant seeds for the future. Yet the heart of this transition lies in the interplay of surrender and agency, honoring the past's lessons while refusing to let them dictate the future's possibilities. As the full moon wanes and Venus strides boldly ahead, the energy culminates in a poignant truth. Closure is not an end, but a bridge. It carries the wisdom of what was into the promise of what can be, urging humanity to step into fresh narratives with eyes wide open and hearts resiliently hopeful. In this liminal space between release and renewal, life whispers its most potent lesson, that every ending is a silent pact with a new beginning, and every act of conscious closure is an act of faith in the transformative power of starting over. The celestial currents of transformation converge in a resounding call to action, urging each soul to rise from the ashes of inertia and declare, with unshakable conviction, I am stepping into my highest potential, liberated from the shadows of my past and ready to claim the life I am destined to live. This affirmation is not a passive wish, but a sacred contract with the self, a vow to transcend complacency and align with the boundless possibilities that await. Healing, in this context, becomes the bridge between stagnation and liberation, as releasing old wounds, limiting beliefs, and self-imposed narratives is not an act of loss but a reclamation of freedom. It is the courage to untether from what once defined you, the heartaches, doubts, or failures that whispered, "You cannot," and instead plant both feet in the fertile soil of the present, where joy, clarity, and purpose bloom unapologetically. The journey begins with a single, deliberate choice: to no longer negotiate with fear, to stop postponing growth for the illusion of safety, and to trust that the universe conspires in favor of those bold enough to meet it halfway. This call to action is an invitation to rewrite your story with intention. Imagine standing at the threshold of a new chapter, where every step forward is infused with the wisdom of lessons learned and the audacity to dream bigger. Affirmations like, I am ready, or I am worthy, are not mere words, but vibrational keys, unlocking doors to opportunities that align with your soul's blueprint. Healing here is not a linear path, but a series of awakenings, moments when you realize that forgiveness of yourself and others is the ultimate act of empowerment, and that letting go is not surrender, but a strategic release of weights that once kept you grounded in mediocrity. As you shed these burdens, space opens for joy to flow unimpeded, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a sustained state of being. Clarity emerges from the chaos, sharpening your vision so that purpose is no longer an abstract ideal, but a compass, guiding daily choices. Relationships, careers, and creative endeavors begin to mirror this inner alignment, attracting connections and experiences that resonate with your renewed frequency. The universe responds to decisive energy. This is the moment to act, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, but now. Boldness is required. Whether it's leaving a toxic dynamic, pursuing a dormant passion, or simply setting boundaries that honor your worth, each action becomes a brick in the foundation of your new reality. Resistance may surface, the mind's old scripts warning of risk. But remember, growth lives on the other side of comfort. Embrace rituals that anchor this transformation. Morning affirmations, spoken to the mirror, journaling gratitudes at dusk, or meditative pauses that reconnect you to your core. These practices are not mundane tasks but sacred ceremonies, reminding you that every day is a canvas to paint with courage. Ultimately, this call to action is a celebration of agency. You are both the sculptor and the clay, the author and the protagonist. The healing you undertake today is not just for you, but for the generations that will inherit your legacy of resilience. As you step forward, carry this truth. The joy you seek is not a destination, but the natural byproduct of living in alignment. The clarity you crave is born from stillness amid chaos. The purpose you hunger for is woven into every choice that honors your authentic self. The cosmos whispers, "Now is your time," not as a demand but as an invitation. To rise, to rebuild, and to remember that the power to begin anew has always resided within you. Say yes, and watch the world rearrange itself in reply.